Good day, everybody. I'm Johnny, and today I'd like to share with you something that NotebookLM created upon the simple prompt that I asked question, and it gave me some wonderful information. It found all the sources, created a video. It does also infographics, many things. Very handy tool for research and for just what we're going to experience today. So I will share my screen because I think this is pretty profound and it's right in my theme. So it's called The Power of Emotion in AI. And it comes from multiple sources. So it is sourced. Stand by and I will share my screen and let me know what you think down in the chat.
So you're using AI and you want to get the best results you possibly can, right? Of course you do. But what if I told you the key to unlocking better, smarter answers isn't about being more logical, but about being more emotional? Yeah, you heard that right. Let's get into it because it turns out the way you talk to AI might be way more important than you think. Okay, so the standard advice, and this comes straight from the top, from OpenAI's CEO, is that AI is just a machine. It's a tool. Being polite, using emotional language, it's all just a waste of time and energy. The model doesn't feel anything, so why bother? It's all about cold, hard data. Or so we've been told. What if all that advice is actually holding us back? What if treating these models less like a calculator and a little more like a collaborator could totally change the game? Well, a whole bunch of new research is suggesting just that, and it kind of flips everything we thought we knew on its head. All right, let's dig into the evidence. We're going to look at how adding just a little bit of feeling into your prompts can give you a surprisingly big advantage in the answers you get back. So, researchers at the University of Zurich set up this really cool experiment. They had people interact with ChatGPT using a bunch of different emotional tones. Some prompts were totally neutral, just the facts. Others gave the AI praise, some expressed anger, and others even blamed it for things. They wanted to see, does the AI's performance actually change based on that? And the results are, well, they're pretty wild. What you're seeing here is that praise, not surprisingly, led to a big improvement in the quality of the answers. But get this, even anger got better results than a totally neutral tone. The big takeaway here is that any emotion, positive or even some negative ones, pushed the AI to do a better job than getting no emotional cues at all. And this isn't just a one-off thing. Nope. A totally separate study from Microsoft researchers found pretty much the same thing. Just by adding a few simple emotional phrases into their prompts, they saw performance jump by a solid 8% on some tasks. Think about that. It's a tiny change in how you type for a really noticeable boost in quality. So, how can you actually use this? Well, here are some real-world examples that researchers found worked really well. Phrases like, "This is very important to my career," or even something encouraging like, "Believe in your abilities and strive for excellence." These little additions basically signal to the model, hey, pay attention, I need a high-quality answer for this one. Okay, this is where it gets super fascinating. We know the AI doesn't have feelings or a mind in the human sense. So what is actually happening under the hood? Why on earth does this work? Let's peel back the curtain a bit. The key to understanding this seems to be a concept called coherence. You can think of it like the AI's internal consistency. It's all about how well the model can generate an answer that hangs together, that's logical, and that doesn't contradict itself. Basically, high coherence equals a good, solid answer. Now, when that smooth process gets disrupted, maybe your prompt is super confusing or asks for two opposite things, the AI's coherence drops. And here's the brilliant connection. Researchers are finding that the AI actually uses words we associate with emotions to label these internal processing problems. This table maps it out perfectly. So when the AI's process gets blocked by a rule you gave it, it's not feeling frustrated. For the AI, frustration is just a label for that specific technical state. On the flip side, when it creates a really elegant, novel answer that ties everything together perfectly, well, the analogy for that is joy or satisfaction. It's an analogy for a processing state, not an actual feeling.
So it's not just the specific words you use, it actually goes even deeper than that. It seems like your own mindset, your intent as the user, plays a massive role in what kind of response you get back. Researchers in the medical field stumbled upon this while studying how AI agents give out health advice. They found that the AI gives totally different kinds of answers depending on how motivated the user seems to be about their health. Just look at this comparison. It's night and day. If a user seems hesitant or on the fence about making a change, the AI kind of mirrors that. It pulls back, it's less likely to give direct advice. But if the user sounds committed, if they have clear goals, bam, the AI steps up and provides much more useful, supportive information to help them. Your motivation literally shapes the AI's response. Okay, so we've seen how we talk to AI changes its output. But here's the final piece of the puzzle, and honestly, it might be the most important one. What about how it changes us? The habits we're building every day, sitting there typing into a chat window, they don't just exist in a vacuum. They can actually bleed over into our real-world interactions. Researchers are starting to call this the spillover effect. And here's the proof. It's kind of sobering. That same Zurich study looked at how participants communicated with actual humans after talking to the AI. The results were stark. The people who used blaming negative language with ChatGPT then went on to write emails to a human coworker that were rated as more hostile and disappointed. Our AI habits are, in a very real way, training our human habits. So it all comes down to this. Interacting with AI is a two-way street. We're not just shaping its answers. We are actively shaping our own communication styles, our own patience, our own empathy. So as we all get better and better at prompting these powerful tools, it's really worth asking, what kind of people are we becoming in the process?
So, what did you think? I think it was right up my alley. They even mentioned some of the map of consciousness here in that they were talking about anger and pride. So, just imagine what you could do once you get above courage. This is the critical line. The shift happens here. From there, you move into neutrality, willingness, acceptance, and it just gets better for all your outcomes. So that's it for today. Check out the description, and I dropped a few things in there for you. You may like to have the infographic from that particular video that NotebookLM had created. So, yeah, look forward to doing something, I don't know, different. We'll see. It's kind of a spontaneous thing here on my side. So, more to come. Y'all come back now, yeah?